doing, Mace? Oh, I'm right here. Did it not go live? That's so weird. Hi, how are you guys? How you doing? It's your oh so glorious and beloved Mace Valor right here today. Um, Good news, the car's fixed. AAA came out. They took care of the donut or the flat. I got a new tire, so able to pull some caps together. So, anyway, how are you guys doing? I'm okay. I'm here. I'm thriving, alive, etc. Feeling just you know, and I shouldn't. It's like I know I shouldn't feel this way, but I do. It's like I constantly feel like I'm underwater. You know, it's almost like I'm going on autopilot. So hopefully by streaming and talking to some people, I'll get out of my own head. You know what I mean? But so far so good. It's a good weekend. Want some motivation. You know, need that pep. Need to get my rear in gear. I'm gonna go get some coffee right now. Try not to do rock stars today. I gave myself the okay for coffee, just not rock stars. But I've cheated on that several times. But so far in 2020, I've had more days without rock stars than with them. So take that for whatever it is. So, and like I don't know I don't know the Starbucks menu very well, like at all. Nor do I care to. So I always get the same thing, sometimes some slight alterations, but just, chocolate flavored coffee is basically just what I get. I don't even know what it is.
Hi, thank you so much for choosing Starbucks. What can I get for you today?
Hello, can I have a large hot mocha with whip, please?
Got it. Anything else?
That'll be it.
536 at the window.
Tool Life, what is up, my man? Welcome to the program. Welcome, welcome. How are you? I've noticed I've had more gray hair coming out. You just started streaming. Yeah, actually I did. Like, maybe 2 minutes ago I started. Just about. So you're here nice and early. How's your weekend going? What are you doing? What do you got going on? So leaving, here's the thing, man. I get like so wrapped up when it comes to the roads and the streets. There are so many in Las Vegas. There are so many streets where it's really hard to make a left turn on.
536. Yep.
So like coming out here, when you leave the drive-through, you can only make a right. You can't legally make a left because of the median. People do it all the time, you know, but because Jackknife Finnegan, what's up, dude?
1464.
You know? I can't enlist again. And if there's a draft, they can't call me, so it's the bonus of being service connected. My bad. You want me to do Postmates? I don't even have a Postmates card anymore. Postmates, DoorDash, like all those cards I had for those gigs, I don't have those cards anymore. Now, yeah, you don't always use the cards, but you know, the last thing you want to do is get a delivery where you need the fucking card. So it's pointless. No, I don't do food delivery. It doesn't, for the amount of time you don't get, it's not worth it. No, you're allowed to. Thank you. Yeah, they changed that while I was in, so, and they changed that flat feet thing too. Yeah, so when I joined the Army, they literally kicked people out for being gay when I was in. And then also, while I was in, they changed it so it's okay to be gay in the Army, which, hey, I think it's perfectly fine. I mean, actually, I don't really see the big difference. I mean, if it doesn't matter who you want to fuck, but it's weird though. Technically, if you look, there's some really weird, like, you ever heard of a blue law? It's a law that it shouldn't exist, but it does. There's a lot of blue laws in the Army. There's a lot of regulations that are just like, why does this exist? But it does. So one of the things is, it's like the only allowable sexual act in the Army, the only sexual position you're allowed to do legally in the Army is missionary. Not allowed to do doggy style or any weird Kama Sutra shit. The only legal sexual position in the U.S. military is missionary. That's it. And that's according to some stupid AR blah 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 dash blah blah blah, stupid Army regulation or whatever. So I don't know, like, so you're allowed to be gay in the Army, it's fine, but sodomy is still illegal. If you have butt sex while enlisted, you can get kicked out according to this regulation. It's so stupid. Where you have one thing legal, but there's another clause that essentially makes the other thing illegal that is legal. It's so bizarre. But no, I can't re-enlist, and I wouldn't. I mean, I would never go back in the military. It's just not for me. I'm not cut out for it. I did really good while I was in, but I have a lot of issues with authority and distrust of authority and etc. I have a lot of issues, not to mention, all my service-connected disabilities and stuff from my time actually being in service. Because I'm service-connected, I can't go back in even if I wanted to. So what happened to my tire? Long story short, I got AAA to come out because I'm a AAA member, so I didn't have to pay for them to come out and put the donut on. The next day, I was able to get the money together. I don't really want to talk about that, but I was able to get the money together, and I got a new tire. So, because you got to remember, this isn't my car, so I treat it 10 times better than I would my own. So, a little piece of life advice for you guys. If someone lets you use something, you take care of that shit better than your own. Except for the Rockstar cans back here. That, I have no control over that. Nah, man, it's, the World War III thing, I mean, we don't really know what's gonna fucking come from it, man. But it is interesting, to say the least. All I'm gonna say to that is, yeah, but I don't really, like I said, there's certain things in my military service I will talk about, certain things I won't. You don't ever ask someone that. That's not something you ask. It's, not to sound like a dickhead or anything, but it's kind of in poor taste to ask that question. Just saying, there's just certain things that people don't talk about, that's one of them. We'll talk about it with other people that, like, we served with, or people that get it, but I don't know. Anyway, so the tire's good. We're dealing with that. We're trucking, moving right along. Sorry if the stream's a little whatever, but just, it is what it is. I'm headed to Target now. I got to pick up. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get to Target. I'm gonna pick up the stuff I gotta. Yeah, I think Trump has the strongest presence possible. I think the best person to go against him would be Yang, but I think that the Dems are gonna they're probably just gonna side with Joe Biden, and if they side with Joe Biden, ultimately it's just gonna fuck them, because Joe's not gonna get the votes. Joe's got too much baggage on his end. The dude's like really creepy. Like, I don't know. Like, there's like, it's like he's like, there's videos of him like posing with families and he like gropes kids and shit. It's really fucked up. And you see all this shit on camera, but no one talks about it. It's like this guy is like molesting these fucking kids on camera and no one's gonna say anything. That's how the Democrats are. The Democrats, like, they kind of hide their own bullshit. And I use the word Democrats instead of liberal because you can be liberal but not a Democrat. Like, I know libertarians that are liberal and I know libertarians that are conservative. It's just kind of like a weird mindset thing and how you kind of like address certain social issues and into how your viewpoints are. You know, like, I'm conservative and I have a laundry list of reasons why, but I do have several liberal views. I'm more of a middleman. It's easier to say that I'm a libertarian. I have a very, very firm faith in property rights and stronger encouragement for lower taxes, and I'm completely against like not any, but a lot of government sanctioned programs I'm kind of against. I don't really want to get into politics, but all right, I would love to see a video of him actually doing it. Him saying grab him by the pussy is one thing, but doing it's another thing. I would love to see a video of Trump grabbing onto someone against their will, in a position where they, really can't do nothing. Anyway, yeah, this whole World War III pending meme thing, become a trucker. I'm probably not going to be able to come anything. So, which is fine by me. It all depends on what, so for those of you that don't know, because I don't really talk about it too much, I got a bunch of things going on with the VA right now. And there's some things that the VA are looking into, and there's a good chance that they're going to list me as unemployable, which means that if the VA lists me as unemployable, I can't get a job. But it kind of all depends on how they reevaluate my service connections. They've gotten worse over time. Hopefully Jack is still here, man. Because I really like that podcast that you did with your buddy. I would love to be in one with you, man. Just like have a convo, just get into it, just laugh, have some fun, you know what I mean? I'm sure that, if you could do that on your end, that'd be great. I mean, I'm kind of limited as to that stuff. I have the culinary insurance. I work at MGM. As far as food goes, I don't really want to work in food. So here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I bitch a lot, but that's just me. I've said this before. It's me venting. It's me like, I'm talking with the buddies, right? And I'm just kind of getting all my stresses out, and I feel better. It's like therapy for me to talk to you guys. A lot of times where I'm talking to you guys about some sort of difficulty that I'm having or trying to figure something out, it's not like I'm necessarily looking for help. I'm just looking for someone to talk to because I don't have that buddy I can go grab a beer with. You know what I mean? I don't have people out in Vegas, well, I mean, the girlfriend, but you need your guy friends. You need your buddies, What I want to do, I want to write books, man, and take care of my boys. That's why I'm kind of hoping that the VA, reevaluates me and lists me as unemployable. I don't mind working, don't get me wrong, but without giving out too much information, I do have some issues in terms of my service-connected disabilities that are kind of limiting. So, but we'll kind of see where it goes. Not holding water to one thing or another. I'm just kind of literally just going with the flow. I try not to put too much info in my life out there, but I like to yeah, like a chit chat with you guys. Let you guys know what's going on in my world. Um, I've tried like thing that's weird. It's like when work gets really slow. Hold on. Why unemployable? So when the VA lists you as unemployable, it automatically jumps you up to 100%. And when you're at 100% disability, let's just say you make enough money to never have to work again. So, like, as is, I make enough money to pay my core bills, and I work on TaskRabbit and stuff to make enough money to pay all the other bills, like any debts I might have, like phone bill, internet, um, you know, child support, just stuff like that. That's what I use TaskRabbit for, is to get the extra money for like food and stuff. But like most of my like bills are paid by my the money I get from the VA for service connected disabilities. So if that makes sense. But it's really kind of up to the VA because it's a reevaluation and they're they're categorizing me in weird spots. No, they don't pay me every days. You get paid once a month. You get paid once a month, but it's like $3,300. But the main bonus that comes from it is you get higher benefits from the VA. So my medical's already covered by the VA, but at 100%, there's more medical things that they will do for. So at 80%, you only get so much. Like they'll handle medications and stuff, or if there's like an emergency, you broke your arm, stuff like that. But like dental, perfect example for dental, vision and dental they consider cosmetic. So unless you're at 100%, they press it for you. Well, my teeth, the reason why they are the way that they are is because of a service connected. It's service connected, and that's one of the things that they're trying to do now is prove the service connected, which they did, but they need to kind of go through. Like it's just weird how the VA handles it. So I'm trying to like dumb it down. I'm not saying that you guys are stupid or anything. I'm just trying to simplify explaining this for people that aren't familiar. So um, that's one of the things that's hard is that it's the waiting game. Is that it's just a pain in the ass. Yes, it is. It is very good money. It is that is the downside of it though, is you get locked into that. So if you're listed as unemployable, you're not allowed to work. So that doesn't mean you can't make money. So like they don't count money from like YouTube, passive income. They don't count passive income as you working. But anything that you clock in for, like TaskRabbit, would be included. If I do TaskRabbit, if you're self-employed, they consider that working. So once they label you as unemployable, you're not allowed to work again. Because if you do, then you'll lose it, and then you'll have to pay it all back or some shit. It's fucked up. It's just better not to work when they label you that way. So when the downside of it though is I did the math. It's good money, it's steady money, which is good, but it's flat. You gotta remember on TaskRabbit, I've had like months in the summer where I've done really fucking good. Oh yeah, it's real shit, dude. So like TaskRabbit, perfect example, right? I've had months, especially like when it's really busy in the summer, where I make, anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 in the month. That's really lucrative. So adding that on top of what I are from all my other income revenues, that's pretty decent money. The downside is that when you're unemployable, you cannot include that on. So yeah, even though with like the gig economy, it's like the handyman stuff, the season goes up and down, demand is high, demand is low, it fluctuates. I still would make more money doing what I do now than being unemployable. So the thing about being unemployable, when it sets you into that amount of money, it kind of locks you in there, and you kind of have to arrange your entire life to fit within that budget because you really can't work to get more money. That doesn't mean that you can't earn money passively, like from YouTube or from book sales. I could still do all that stuff. Um, yeah, it's like a bittersweet thing. So I would prefer if they would just find that I'm rated at 100% for my total whatever. Um, what do you mean it's 22 an hour? Up, see? There you go, bud. Yeah, like I said, YouTube makes it really bizarre. They want to act. It's above the poverty line, well above the poverty line. Um, yeah, YouTube makes it really weird, where they want to act like YouTube and Google are separate, but the same. It's right now, but I'm enjoying talking to you guys because I have to use the email on my phone, so it'll kill the stream. So I'm gonna give it a minute with y'all before I go in. Yeah. Anyway, so my thing now is I just need to make it the next couple months. You know, that's it. My main focus is because they have an estimated completion date between April and June. Pretty big window. Um, Most likely it'll be done sooner. There's just one more appointment that they're waiting to set up. It says I will get $600 first check. Oh, that's what, you haven't gotten paid from YouTube yet? I think it's the 23rd. It's the 21st to the 23rd. That's usually like the window. It depends on your bank. I know they issue it on the 21st, but depending on what bank you have, it might be delayed a day or two. I know with Chime, I'll have a month where I'll get it the moment YouTube sends it out is the moment that I get it. But then because holiday schedules, this, that, and the other, it'll be delayed on YouTube's end by a day or two, and I don't know, it just gets messy. So it's not bad. It's just coffee. It's not bad. You know, I should ask if they have the white mocha. It's not as pungent with the chocolate. It's a little bit more subtle with it. I'm not a huge chocolate guy. Well, chocolate bars and stuff, I kind of shy away from. Chocolate cake, stuff like that. I like a hint of chocolate incorporated into stuff. So like chocolate coffee's fine. But hot cocoa's a bit much. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up just for a couple minutes. I have to go in and take care of this, and then I'll be back on. So if you guys give me like 10 minutes, I'll be back on. Okay, guys? As always, you're also glorious, beloved Mace Valor. BRB.